Good morning to you. It is Daybreak at iFiber One News Radio. I'm Jeff Slakey. At 8:45, we have a chance now to talk with Director of the Economic Development Council here in Mason County, Lynn Longan. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday on the edge of a great Business Expo. Bite of Shelton here. The EDC was in full force at 3rd and Coda. It was fun seeing you, and a lot of folks come by, get some information.
They did. It was good to be there, and quite a few people out there that wanted to know how they can build their business. Existing businesses came by, and people that didn't know the resource was there for them if they were thinking about starting a business. So it was good.
Those resources continue still, and people can come down and find some information out about that?
Yeah, the funding goes through March of 2018, and we've already talked to the Department of Commerce in the county, and they're very encouraging about continuing the funding on the program, so it's good.
Those are always fun programs and days that kind of really highlight and focus on the community, the businesses in the downtown area, and with these businesses that all kind of collect, we all are in Mason County, and businesses and strong development of those businesses really helps. The phrase is it lifts all boats. Wages go up, and the economy in the whole county goes up, things like that.
It's true. A strong economic development program in your county can help in many ways. It can help increase your tax base. It can help with the housing situations. So we at the EDC, we concentrate on it's funny to say concentrate because we're not really concentrating on one area. Mm-hmm. We truly dabble in a bit of everything to try to as you say, rising tide floats all boats, and to try to do that, to try to grow our tax base. You hear a lot right now about the problems that the county's having with the tax base. And if we have a strong economic development program and we have strong businesses that are investing capital investment and creating primary high-wage jobs, that's going to do nothing but help that situation out, help get us out of that.
You were talking just a second ago about looking at all different sectors. Is that kind of because now everybody is looking at that? I get a sense that after kind of the crash in 2008, people's mindsets on ways things worked really changed. And before, there was opportunity to kind of be singularly focused on a pathway forward. And now it seems like most everybody looks to diversify a little bit. Is that build out of that, or is that just kind of always been EDC?
I think there's a really fine line here that you have to do. So you're right. There's more. It's a little bit better and more bang for your buck if you can concentrate on a targeted industry, which we've done. Yeah. We've done the research. We've had the community forums. We've heard from the community. We know what industries we want to concentrate on, right? But at the same time, you have to have a diverse enough economy with enough different industries in it that if something does happen to one industry, that we're not in the boat that we're hurting so badly that we have high unemployment wages and that our tax base has gone down to where it cripples our local governments. Right. So that's where you need to have diversification. So at the same time that we're saying, yes, we have these targeted industries. We know we want to go after them. We know we want them as a community. At the same time, if another industry is interested in us or maybe fits well with one of those industries, right, we're not going to ignore that. Yeah. We're not going to tell them, oh, no, you can't come because you're not a food processing industry. We're not going to do that. We need to diversify. We need to have lots of different jobs. At the same time, it's very, it's cost effective to concentrate on one industry because you can take you can take the college, you can take the high schools, you can start training workforce for that industry. So there's a real fine line. And I think that it's a balancing act. And I think we're doing pretty good at trying to figure out what that balancing act is and getting all the right partners to the table so that we're all working towards that. It's not just recruiting it. It's like, do you have the workforce for that industry?
What else is going on with the EDC these days?
So, as you know, we finished all of these studies and how, our business recruitment. We're working with a research on investment right now. They're doing cold calls for us in the industries that we've identified. And those should be coming in within the next 2 weeks. Some of those, they've got 195 companies that they've identified. They sent me last week. They're going to be making cold calls. They're going to start at the end of this week. We're sending them the talking points and the information. So they're really representing the EDC. We've set them up an email account. They're representing us.
Okay.
And they're doing 195 cold calls. From those, we kind of, we're guessing that there should be, well, from out of 300 cold calls, their average is between 8 and 12 firm leads. Then they'll get those back to me. So they've talked to a company, they are expanding, they've seen what we have to offer, they've said they're interested in learning more about our community. And then from there, I will take that lead and I will make contact with them and hopefully start really reeling them in, if you will, and really getting them interested in a specific site in the county and hopefully close the deal.
Yeah.
It's long term. It doesn't happen really quick. If we can start closing deals in a year's time, we'll be doing really well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are these potential businesses in the state here, or are they nationwide and they just know that
we actually went worldwide?
Oh, wow. Okay.
We identified, so most of the foreign direct investment is coming from China right now. And China is really strong in investing in communities such as ours. So we identified some in China, but most of them are in the United States. I actually tried to stay outside of the state of Washington. I did say if they wanted to include some on the I-5 corridor up in Snohomish and King County that are looking to expand,
right,
not necessarily to steal companies away, because I don't believe that's a good model and it's not sustainable for anyone. But there are businesses we know of up there that, you know, they're landlocked and they need to expand. And so they're keeping their primary headquarters there, right? But they can expand into rural neighboring communities. And those we want to make sure they know about our county.
Places that do delivery driving services or warehouses where you may want to skip that messy Seattle-Tacoma commute.
Exactly. Some of the suppliers and the manufacturers for for Boeing.
Yeah.
Boeing suppliers. And maybe they're up in Snohomish County and they need to expand because their contracts are growing, but they don't have any room to expand there. Well, then it's important for us to make sure that they know about our county. Hey, you can do business a little bit more economically in Mason County. We can get you the workforce. We'll work with you. And you're pretty close to your market.
Yeah.
You're close to Seattle, you know, so.
Does the information show if you're going to be courting a CEO or something like that? Does the information show any sort of personal information? They like hiking. Things like that where you could then go, oh, hey, by the way, we've got some of the best.
Yeah. So that's not part of what they're including, but you know, Google's an amazing thing, and I have staff that are really good at doing that stuff. So when it comes down to that, we'll start doing some of our own research and figure out what we need to know there.
I was skydiving the other day. Oh, you like skydiving too? Well, hey, what do you know?
Guess what we have, you know? That kind of stuff is important. A lot of economic development, a lot of business recruitment especially is about relationships.
Yeah.
And so we try to do that.
Very cool. Well, I look forward to continuing to hear all about that, and we will continue to talk about it here on Daybreak. The EDC is just up the road from us at 310 West Coda, just a block up. You can also call them at 426-2276. Find them on Facebook and Twitter, and choosemason.com. Lynn, thanks for coming on.